Captain Tae-woo Kim stood on the bridge of the starship New Seoul, watching the massive space station grow larger on the main screen. The station was huge, bigger than any city on Earth. It floated in space near a spinning star that glowed with strange blue light. "Captain, we are getting close to the docking bay," said So-young Choi from her seat at the communications panel. Her voice was calm, but Tae-woo could hear the worry in it. "Good work, So-young," Tae-woo replied. He looked around at his crew. These were Earth's best people. Chief Science Officer Hai-jin Park was checking her datapad one more time. Military. Advisor Dong-hyun Lee sat straight in his chair, his uniform perfect. They had all worked for months to get ready for this day. Today, humans would meet the Galactic Harmony Council for the first time. The council ruled most of the galaxy. 12 different alien races worked together to keep peace between the stars. Earth had been trying to contact them for 50 years. Finally, the council had agreed to meet. "Captain," Hee-jin said, looking up from her datapad. "I have checked all our files again. The council has been working together for over 3,000 years. They are very powerful." "What do we know about them?" Tae-woo asked. "The Vorthak are made of crystal and they control energy technology. The Nulani live in water and they are very good at biology. The Grix are like machines and they build everything for the council. There are 9 other races too." Dong-hyun spoke up. "Captain, our weapons and defense systems are ready, just in case." "We are here to make friends, not enemies," Tae-woo said. "But stay ready." The New Seoul moved slowly into the docking bay. The bay was so big that 10 ships like theirs could fit inside. Strange lights moved along the walls. The air shimmered with energy fields. "Docking complete," So-young announced. "We are getting a message from the station." "Put it on screen," Tae-woo ordered. The main screen showed a tall, thin creature with blue skin and 4 arms. It spoke in a musical voice that their computers changed into Korean. "Welcome, humans of Earth. I am Guide Meltara of the Nulani. The council waits for you in the Great Chamber. Please follow the green lights to reach us." The screen went dark. Tae-woo took a deep breath. "This is it, everyone. Remember, we speak for all of humanity today." The 4 humans left their ship and walked through the station. The halls were huge and filled with different kinds of aliens. Some looked like giant insects. Others were made of glowing gas. A few looked almost human but had extra eyes or strange skin colors. Many aliens stopped to stare at the humans. Some pointed and whispered to each other. Tae-woo tried to look confident, but he felt very small in this place. They followed the green lights for 20 minutes. Finally, they reached 2 massive doors that opened by themselves. Inside was the Great Chamber. The chamber was round and very tall. 12 large seats were arranged in a circle. Each seat was different, made for a different kind of alien. In the center was a small platform where the humans were supposed to stand. As they walked to the platform, the 12 council members took their seats. Tae-woo had seen pictures of them, but seeing them in person was different. The Vorthak Elder looked like a giant purple crystal with lights moving inside it. The Grix representative was a metal creature with red glowing eyes. The Nulani delegate floated in a tank of blue water. "Humans of Earth," said a deep voice. It came from a creature that looked like a tree with golden leaves. "I am Council Speaker Quidan. We welcome you to this place of peace." Tae-woo stepped forward. "Thank you, honored council. I am Captain Tae-woo Kim. We come here hoping to join your alliance and bring peace between our peoples." The crystal being, the Vorthak Elder, spoke next. Its voice sounded like wind chimes. "We have watched your species for some time. You are young and aggressive. You fight wars on your own planet. Why should we trust you among the stars?" "We have had wars, yes," Tae-woo admitted. "But we have also learned from them. We want to be better. We want to learn from you." "Show us," said the Grix representative. Its voice was like metal scraping metal. "Show us what humans can do." Tae-woo nodded to Hee-jin. This was the moment they had planned for. Jin stepped forward and activated a small device. A hologram appeared above the platform. This is our adaptive plasma weapon, Jin explained. It can change its power based on what target it hits. It uses very little energy, but is very effective. The hologram showed the weapon in action. It could cut through thick metal or stun living targets without killing them. The council members watched carefully. And this, Jin continued, is our self-repairing armor. If it gets damaged, it fixes itself in minutes. The hologram showed armor that could heal bullet holes and laser burns. It was lightweight but stronger than steel. The council members began talking to each other in their own languages. Tae-woo could not understand them, but their voices sounded worried. The Vorthok elders' lights turned red. These are weapons of war. You come to us speaking of peace, but you show us tools of death. No, Tae-woo said quickly. These are tools of defense. We made them to protect ourselves, not to attack others. Defense? The crystal being's voice got louder. Your weapons can kill. Your armor makes you hard to stop. This is the thinking of warriors, not peacekeepers. Other council members began to speak. The Grix representative said, dangerous technology in the hands of a violent species. The Nulani delegate added, they are not ready for the responsibility of galactic citizenship. Speaker Quidan raised one of his golden branches. The chamber became quiet. The council has seen enough. We will discuss this matter and give you our decision. The humans were led to a small waiting room. For 2 hours they sat in silence. Tae-woo felt sick to his stomach. Everything was going wrong. Finally, Guide Meltara came to get them. The council will see you now, she said. Her voice was sad. Back in the great chamber, Speaker Quidan stood up. Humans of Earth, the council, has made its decision. Your species is too dangerous to join our alliance. Tae-woo felt his heart sink. But we only want peace. Peace? The Vorthok elder interrupted. You speak of peace, but think of war. You build weapons that adapt and armor that heals. You are preparing for battles we cannot imagine. Speaker Quidan continued, we offer you a choice. Give up all your weapons technology. Let us guide your development. Accept our protection on worlds we choose for you. Do this and you may someday join us. And if we refuse? Tae-woo asked, though he already knew the answer. Then Earth will be banned from all galactic civilization. You will remain in your solar system alone until you learn wisdom. The chamber was silent. Tae-woo looked at his crew. Jin's eyes were full of tears. Dong-hyun's face was red with anger. So-young stared at the floor. We cannot accept, Tae-woo said finally. Humanity will not give up its freedom. Then you have chosen isolation, Speaker Quidan said. The vote is unanimous. Earth is banned from the council. You have 24 hours to leave our space. As the humans walked back to their ship, they passed the same aliens who had stared at them before. Now those stares felt different. They were not curious anymore. They were afraid. On the bridge of the New Soul, Tae-woo gave the order to leave. As they flew away from the station, he watched it disappear on the screen. What do we tell Earth? So-young asked quietly. The truth, Tae-woo replied. We tell them that we are alone in the galaxy now, and we tell them that we will have to find our own way. Behind them, the council's space station grew smaller and smaller until it was just another point of light among the stars. But Tae-woo knew this was not the end. Somehow, humanity would find a way to prove the council wrong. They had to. 5 years had passed since the council banned Earth. President Ji-hoon-yoon sat in his office looking at reports from around the world. Outside his window, Seoul looked normal. People went to work, children played in parks, life continued. But everything had changed. The council had put an invisible wall around the entire solar system. No Earth ship could leave. No message could get out. Humanity was trapped in their own home. Sir, said his assistant, opening the door. Director Min-ho, SEO is here to see you. Send him in, Ji-hoon replied. Min-ho Seo walked into the office carrying a black briefcase. He was a thin man with tired eyes. For 5 years, he had been working on Earth's most important secret project. "Mr. President," Minho said, sitting down, "we have made progress. Good news, I hope?" Minho opened his briefcase and took out a small metal device. It looked like a silver ball with blue lights moving inside it. "This is a prototype quantum drive," Minho explained. "It works differently from the Council's jump gates. Instead of using their technology, it uses something only humans can do." Ji-hoon leaned forward. "What do you mean?" "My team found something amazing. Human brains work differently from alien brains. We can connect our thoughts directly to quantum energy. No other species in the galaxy can do this." Minho pressed a button on the device. The blue lights began to spin faster. Dr. Yoon-ji Bae discovered it by accident. She was working late one night thinking about faster-than-light travel. The quantum computer in her lab suddenly activated. It was responding to her thoughts. "That sounds impossible," Ji-hoon said. "We thought so too. But we tested it hundreds of times. When a human focuses their mind on quantum fields, strange things happen. We can make energy move in ways that should not be possible." Minho put the device on the desk. "This drive responds only to human thoughts. An alien could never use it. The Council's technology cannot detect it because it works outside their understanding." Ji-hoon picked up the device. It felt warm in his hands. "How does it work?" "A human pilot connects their mind to the drive. They think about where they want to go, and the ship moves through quantum space. It is faster than anything the Council has. Have you tested it?" "Yes, sir. 3 months ago, Captain Yoo-jin Oh took the first test flight. Her ship, the Silent Arrow, made it past the Council's barrier. She was gone for 2 weeks. Ji-hoon's eyes went wide. "She escaped the solar system?" "Yes. And she found something important." Minho took out a data pad and showed Ji-hoon pictures. They showed alien cities with broken buildings and sad-looking creatures. "The Council is not the peaceful alliance they claim to be," Minho continued. "They control other species through fear. Captain Yoo-jin found 12 different worlds where aliens live like prisoners. The pictures showed aliens working in mines, building ships for the Council, growing food that was taken away from them. These species cannot fight back because they do not have good weapons or ships. The Council keeps them weak on purpose." Ji-hoon studied the pictures. "Did Captain Yoo-jin make contact with any of them?" "Yes. She met with a group called the Corvani. They have been fighting the Council for 20 years, but they are losing. Their leader is named Thekmore. He asked for our help." "What did she tell him?" "That humans would return, that we would not forget them." Ji-hoon stood up and walked to his window. Below, he could see people living their normal lives. They did not know that their world was a prison. They did not know that other species were suffering in the galaxy. "How many ships do we have with these new drives?" he asked. 50 so far. Admiral Chang Woo-na is building more at our secret base in the asteroid belt. We call it Base Sejong." "What kind of ships?" Minho smiled for the first time. "Ships like the galaxy has never seen. We learned from our mistake with the Council. Instead of showing them our weapons, we hid them." He showed Ji-hoon more pictures. On his data pad, the ships looked strange and beautiful. Their hulls seemed to shimmer and fade. "We call them ghost ships," Minho explained. "They can exist partially outside normal space. Council sensors cannot see them. Their weapons cannot hit them. Our ships can appear, attack, and disappear before the enemy knows what happened." "How is that possible?" "The same quantum technology that powers our drives. Human thoughts can push matter into quantum space. We can make our ships partly real and partly not real at the same time." Ji-hoon sat back down. This was more than he had hoped for. "What do you need from me?" he asked. "Permission to begin Phase 2. We want to start helping the oppressed species. Small attacks on Council supply ships. Rescue missions to free prisoners. Build an alliance with species who hate the Council." "Is it safe?" "No, sir. It is very dangerous. But doing nothing is also dangerous. The Council grows stronger every year. If we wait too long, we might never get another chance." Ji-hoon thought, for a long moment. 5 years ago, the Council had called humans too violent for peace. Maybe they were right. Maybe humans were violent. but sometimes violence was needed to protect the innocent. "You have my permission," he said finally. "But be careful. Start small. Test our abilities. Learn about our enemies." "Thank you, Mr. President." As Minho packed up his briefcase, Ji-hoon had one more question. "The council trapped us here because they thought we were dangerous. Are we proving them right?" Minho stopped at the door. "Sir, the council is not afraid of our weapons. They are afraid of our ideas. They rule through fear and control. We believe in freedom and choice. That is what makes us dangerous to them." After Minho left, Ji-hoon returned to his window. The sun was setting over Seoul. Soon, it would be dark. But somewhere in that darkness in the asteroid belt, humans were building ships that could travel between stars. The council had wanted to keep humanity locked away from the galaxy. They thought isolation would make humans weak and afraid. They were wrong. Isolation had made humans angry, and anger had made them creative. 3 months later, Captain Yu Jin-oh returned to Basisejong with good news. The Corvani rebellion had agreed to work with humans, so had 3 other oppressed species: the artistic melody, the nomadic wanderer clans, and the fierce Talik warriors. "They all hate the council," Yujin reported to Admiral Chang Woo-na. "They have been waiting for someone strong enough to fight back." "What do they offer us?" Chang Woo asked. "The Corvani know all the council's military bases. The Melody can forge documents and fool council computers. The Wanderers know secret routes through space. The Talik are excellent fighters. And what do they want from us?" "Freedom. They want to be free from council rule. They want their children to grow up without fear." Chang Woo nodded. "That is something we can give them." The first joint operation began 2 weeks later. 3 human ghost ships worked with Corvani rebels to attack a council supply convoy. The attack lasted only 10 minutes. The council ships never saw their attackers. The supplies were stolen and given to hungry families on Corvani worlds. The council sent investigators, but they found nothing. No evidence, no witnesses, no way to track the attackers. It was as if ghosts had struck from the darkness. Back on Earth, President Ji-hoon read the mission report with satisfaction. The council had called humans too dangerous for peace. Soon they would learn just how dangerous humans could be when their friends were threatened. The ghost ships were only the beginning. General Jae-sung Cho stood in the command center of Basisejong, watching the big screen that showed the galaxy. Red dots marked council military bases. Blue dots showed human ships. Green dots were their new allies. "General," said Commander Subin-ha, walking up to him, "we have a problem." "What kind of problem?" "The council is getting angry. Our ghost raids are working too well. They cannot catch us, so they are doing something worse." Subin showed him pictures on her datapad. The images made Jae-sung's stomach feel sick. They showed destroyed cities and dead families. "They are attacking neutral worlds," Subin explained. "Any planet that might be helping us gets punished. Yesterday they destroyed 3 cities on Melody Prime. They said it was because the Melody were giving us information." "How many dead?" 2 million. Men, women, children. All killed because the council thinks they helped us." Jae-sung closed his eyes. This was his fault. He had created the ghost raid tactics. He had trained the pilots to hit and run. He had made the council angry, and innocent people were dying. "Sir," said Intelligence Officer Hyun-woo Gam, joining them, "I have more bad news. The council is building a huge fleet near the Helix Nebula. 500 ships. They plan to attack every world that might be helping us." "When?" 2 weeks. Maybe less. Jae-sung looked at the screen again. The council was like a big bully. When they could not catch the person who was hitting them, they hurt anyone nearby. It was cruel and wrong. "Get me Captain Da-eun Ryu," he ordered. Da-eun Ryu was the best pilot in the human fleet. She commanded the ghost ship Iron Tiger and had completed 15 successful raids without losing a single crew member. Her ship could appear anywhere in the galaxy and disappear just as fast. "Captain," Jae-sung said when she arrived, "I have a mission for you. It is very dangerous." "All our missions are dangerous, sir. What do you need?" "I want you to take your ship to the Helix Nebula. Find the Council fleet, count their ships and weapons, then come back here. Just watch them? For now, yes. But be ready for more. Da-Un nodded and left. 3 hours later, the Iron Tiger jumped into quantum space and disappeared. While she was gone, Jae-sung called a meeting with all the human commanders and their alien allies. They met in the main conference room of Baza Sejong. Friends, Jae-sung began, the council is planning something big. They want to hurt many innocent people because they cannot catch us. Thekmor, the Korvani leader, spoke first. Let them come. We have been fighting them for 20 years. We are not afraid. This is different, Jae-sung replied. They are not coming to fight us. They are coming to kill families, to destroy cities, to make examples. A Melody representative named Silandra stood up. Her people looked like tall, thin humans with silver skin and large eyes. General Cho, our people are dying already. The council killed my sister yesterday, my nephew, my friends. We cannot run anymore. We do not ask you to run, said Commander Subin Ha. We ask you to fight back, but we fight smart. What do you mean? Asked Vorkash, a Taluk warrior. The Taluk were big and strong with thick skin and sharp teeth. They loved to fight. We have been hiding in the shadows, Subin explained. Hitting supply ships and running away. But the council thinks we are weak. They think we are afraid to fight them directly. Are we not afraid? Vorkash asked. We are not afraid, Jae-sung said. We are careful. But sometimes being careful is not enough. Sometimes you have to show your enemies that you are not afraid. 2 days later, Captain Da-Yun Ryu returned with news. The council fleet is bigger than we thought, she reported. 600 ships. The biggest warships I've ever seen. They have enough firepower to destroy entire planets. Where are they going first? Jae-sung asked. The Korvani homeworld, then the Melody colonies, then the Wanderer trading posts. They plan to destroy everything in 2 weeks. The room was quiet. Everyone knew what this meant. If the council succeeded, millions would die. There is something else, Da-Yun continued. I listened to their communications. They are scared. Scared? Of what? Of us. They call us the Shadow Fleet. They think we have hundreds of ships. Their commanders are arguing about how to fight an enemy they cannot see. Jae-sung smiled for the first time in days. Good. Fear makes people make mistakes. What is the plan? Thekmor asked. We attack them first, before they can hurt anyone else. Attack 600 ships? Vorkash laughed. With what? We have 50 ghost ships and maybe 200 alien fighters. Numbers do not always win wars, Jae-sung replied. Sometimes the right plan in the right place at the right time can beat any enemy. He walked to the big screen and pointed at the Helix Nebula. The council fleet is hiding inside the nebula. They think it makes them safe. But nebulas are full of gas and dust, perfect for ghost ships to hide in. I do not understand, said Silandra. Commander Subin Ha stepped forward. Our ships can exist partially outside normal space. In a nebula with all that gas and energy, we can phase in and out even faster. We can be everywhere and nowhere at the same time. But 600 ships, Thekmor said, will be spread out. Over a huge area, Jae-sung finished. They cannot all protect each other. We hit them in small groups, 10 here, 20 there. Make them think we are everywhere. What about their big weapons? Asked a Wanderer captain. Big weapons are made to fight big battles, Hyun Woo-gam explained. They are not good against small, fast targets that appear and disappear. The meeting continued for 6 hours. They planned every detail, which ships would attack first, where each group would strike, how to coordinate the attack across such a big area. Finally, Jae-sung stood up. Tomorrow, we go to the Helix Nebula. For 5 years, the Council has called us dangerous. They have tried to keep us locked away from the galaxy. They have hurt innocent people because they are afraid of us. He looked around the room at humans and aliens working together. Tomorrow, we show them they were right to be afraid. The next morning, the entire human fleet jumped into quantum space. 50 ghost ships and 200 allied fighters all heading for the same destination. As they traveled through quantum space, Daun Ryu spoke to her crew on the Iron Tiger. "Remember," she said, "we are not just fighting for Earth. We are fighting for every species that wants to be free, every family that wants to live without fear, every child that deserves a better future." Her crew nodded. They were ready. When the human fleet arrived at the Helix Nebula, they found the Council fleet exactly where Daun had said it would be. 600 massive warships floating in the colorful gas clouds. "All ships," Jae-sung's voice came over the radio. "This is General Cho. Begin Operation Starbreaker. Show them what humans can do when their friends are threatened." The ghost ships phased into normal space and began their attack. The Shadow War was about to become a real war, and the Council was about to learn that sometimes the shadows bite back. Captain Daun Ryu watched from the bridge of the Iron Tiger as 50 human ghost ships appeared around the massive Council fleet. The enemy warships looked like sleeping giants in the colorful gas clouds. "All ships, this is General Cho," came the voice over the radio. "Remember the plan. Hit fast, hit hard, disappear. Make them think we are everywhere. Iron Tiger to all units." Daun spoke into her headset. "Beginning attack run, follow my lead." The Iron Tiger phased into normal space directly above a Council battleship. The enemy ship was huge, 10 times bigger than Daun's vessel. But size did not matter when your enemy could not see you coming. "Fire quantum torpedoes," Daun ordered. Blue energy weapons shot from the Iron Tiger and hit the Council battleship. The big ship's shields flashed and died. Explosions ran along its hull. "Direct hit," shouted her weapons officer. "Their main engines are down." Before the Council ship could return fire, the Iron Tiger phased back into quantum space and disappeared. Around the nebula, the same thing was happening. Human ghost ships appeared, attacked and vanished. The Council fleet tried to fight back, but their weapons hit nothing but empty space. "What is happening?" Admiral Vexathera demanded from the bridge of the Council flagship. The crystal being's lights flashed angry red. "Where are they?" "Unknown, Admiral," replied her tactical officer, a nervous Grix. "Our sensors show attacks coming from all directions, but we cannot locate the enemy ships." "Impossible. No ship can hide from our scanners." Another explosion rocked the flagship as a human torpedo hit its rear shields. "Admiral," the Grix officer shouted, "we have lost contact with 12 ships in the last 5 minutes. On the Iron Tiger, Daun smiled as she watched the Council fleet panic. Their big ships were trying to turn and fire at enemies they could not see. Some were shooting at their own allies by mistake. "Captain," said her communications officer, "I am hearing Council radio chatter. They are very confused. Some captains want to retreat." "Good," Daun replied. "Fear makes people make bad choices." The battle continued for 2 hours. Human ships appeared and disappeared like ghosts. Every attack damaged or destroyed a Council vessel. The enemy return fire hit nothing. But the real surprise came when the human fleet suddenly changed tactics. "All ships," General Cho's voice came over the radio. "Phase 2 begins now. Show them our full power." Instead of hit-and-run attacks, the human ships now appeared and stayed visible. They formed attack formations that the Council had never seen before. Ghost ships worked together like a pack of wolves, surrounding bigger Council vessels and attacking from all sides. "This is impossible," Vexthara screamed. "How can 50 ships fight 600? Her question was answered when the human allied fleet arrived. Corvani fighters, Melody support ships, Wanderer fast attack craft, and Talic heavy cruisers dropped out of hyperspace. 200 alien ships joined the 50 human vessels, but even more shocking was what happened next. Ships from other species that were supposed to be loyal to the Council, also appeared. They began attacking Council vessels. "Admiral," the Grix officer reported, his metal voice shaking, "we are receiving surrender signals from our own allies. The Zelani Third Fleet has joined the humans. So has the Moroccan Defense Force. And the Quillan Home Guard." Vexthara's crystal body went dark. "They are betraying us?" "It appears so, Admiral. They are saying they want freedom from Council rule. Around the nebula, The tide of battle had completely turned. What started as 600 Council ships against 50 human vessels was now 300 Council ships against 400 rebel ships, and the rebels were winning. "Admiral," the tactical officer said quietly, "I recommend we retreat." "Never. The Council does not retreat." But even as Vexithera spoke, more of her ships were being destroyed or captured. The human ghost ships were boarding damaged Council vessels and taking prisoners. On one of these boarding parties, Commander Subin Ha led a team of human Marines onto a Council cruiser. The alien crew surrendered without fighting. "Why do you give up so easily?" Subin asked the ship's captain, a tall Nulani. "Because you fight for freedom," the alien replied. "The Council fights for control. We are tired of being controlled." Similar scenes played out across the battle. Many Council crews surrendered rather than fight. Some even joined the human side. After 6 hours of fighting, Admiral Vexithara found herself with only 50 ships left. Her flagship was damaged and surrounded by human vessels. Captain Dayun Ryu appeared on her main screen. "Admiral Vexithara," Dayun said calmly. "This is Captain Ryu of the Terran Empire. Surrender now and your remaining crews will be treated well." "Terran Empire?" Vexithara's lights flashed confused colors. "What is this Terran Empire?" "The new government of free species," Dayun replied. "We offer membership to all who want freedom and peace, even former Council members." "I will never surrender to humans. Then you will die fighting for a government that your own people no longer want." As if to prove her point, 10 more Council ships switched sides, turning their weapons on Vexithara's flagship. Faced with total defeat, the crystal being finally gave up. I surrender," she said quietly. The Battle of Helix Nebula was over. The Council fleet was destroyed or captured. The Shadow War had become a real war and humanity had won. But this was just the beginning. Over the next 6 months, the human-led alliance attacked Council worlds across the galaxy. Each victory brought more species to their side. The Terran Empire grew from 50 ships to 500, then to 5,000. The Council, which had ruled for 3,000 years, collapsed in less than a year. The final battle came at Nexus Prime, the Council's capital station. Admiral Chang Wu-na led the attack with the entire Terran fleet. Commander Subin Ha's Marines captured the station's command center. In the great chamber where humans had once been rejected, Emperor Tae-Woo Kim now sat on a simple chair. He had been elected leader of the new Terran Empire by all the free species. Before him knelt Admiral Vexithara, the last Council member to surrender. "5 years ago you called my people too dangerous for peace," Tae-Woo said. "You said we were violent and could not be trusted. I was wrong," Vexithara admitted. Her crystal body was dim and cracked. "You could have killed us all. Instead, you offered us a choice. Violence is sometimes necessary to protect the innocent, but it should never be the first choice." Tae-Woo stood up and walked to the crystal being. "The Terran Empire welcomes all species who believe in freedom, even the Vorthak if they choose to join us." "Why?" Vexithara asked. "Why show mercy to your enemies?" "Because enemies can become friends. Fear can become hope. And empires built on conquest never last. But empires built on friendship can last forever." 6 months later, Admiral Heejin Park stood on the bridge of the exploration ship New Dawn. She had been promoted from science officer to admiral, and now she commanded humanity's first deep space exploration fleet. "Admiral," said her navigation officer, "we are ready to jump beyond known space." "Good," Heejin replied. "Set course for the Andromeda approach. Let us see what other species might need our help." As the New Dawn prepared to jump into quantum space, Heejin thought about the journey that had brought them here. 5 years ago, the Council had banned humanity from the galaxy because they were afraid of human violence. They had been right to be afraid, but not because humans were violent. They had been afraid because humans believed that freedom was worth fighting for, that no species should bow to another, that the strong should protect the weak, not rule them. The Council had ruled through fear. The Terran Empire ruled through hope, and hope, He-Jin knew, was the most dangerous weapon in the galaxy. "Jump!" she commanded. The new dawn disappeared into quantum space, carrying humanity's message of freedom to whatever civilizations waited among the stars. Behind them, the galaxy was finally free, and ahead of them, new adventures awaited. Chatkyo, humans who had been banned from the Council, had created something better than the Council ever was. An empire built not on conquest, but on the simple idea that all thinking beings deserved to be free. And that idea would spread across the universe, one star at a time.